Live from Dan's mom's basement, we're Comic Comrades. I'm Dan Lenfest Jameson.
And I'm Callan Lovestrom.
And today we got some stuff we want to talk to you guys about. Callan, you want to hit it, buddy?
Yeah. So we review comics on this show. We did one episode before. This is our second episode. We're going to try to make it shorter because last episode was really long.
Yeah. So we're going to try to make it more efficient.
Efficiency is... efficiency. So we're going to start off the show with... what did we call this section last time?
I believe it's going to be an individual review, Callan.
An individual review.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to individually review this comic that I bought individually from the store. You know, it's kind of hard to see. Anyway, this comic's called Hacktivists. I'll just run through... Yeah, I got issues with this comic. Created by Alyssa Milano, written by Jackson Lanzig. You know her?
Yeah, she's a famous actress. She was on Charmed.
Huh.
She's one of the witches. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Written by Jackson Lanzing and Colin Kelly, illustrated by Marcus Tu, colors by Ian Herring, letters by Darren Bennett. Do I need to go any further? Edited by Rebecca Taylor, designed by Scott Newman. These people all worked hard. They deserve to have their names, said out loud. I started reading this comic. Again, it looks sweet. Jumped right off the shelves, just like East of West, which we reviewed last show. Look at that kind of new school modern comic look we got going on here. This is the first issue of Hacktivists. I read it for, I was reading it. I was about on the third page, and it started falling apart on me.
Oh, that's no good.
How do you collect a comic that falls apart so easily?
Oh,
so
man.
Right off the bat, publishers, Arkea, Black Label.
Yeah.
It must be a new company. Well, I'm sure they've been around for a while. New to me, anyway. Come on, guys. Put your comics together. Better. Get some better staples or something.
Step your staple game up, son.
Yeah, really. Come on. I can't collect this, and if this ever becomes a big bombshell, comic, this is gonna be worth nothing now because your product, is falling apart. Anyway, they spend all their money on the cover.
Yep.
I think with the this is, kind of pokes out a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, the story is about kind of hacker activist culture.
Mm-hmm.
It follows mainly two kind of big top dog hacktivists.
Yeah.
Who they do some badass things. They're really good hackers, and they kind of seem to be unstoppable. And it's a very modern comic. It follows a lot of modern themes with, the Snowden thing and the WikiLeaks thing, and it's kind of following that whole thing. And really, it's not doing anything new. It's kind of taking these real life characters and just putting them in another real life kind of boring scenario. It's not like they're really putting their comic book imagination into it. It's just kind of we're some hackers, and
it's not that creative.
It's not that creative. Yeah,
okay.
It's kind of...
But
it is kind of cool. What?
What about aesthetically? How does it look art-wise?
Yeah, I want to get more into the story because I don't know if I liked it or not. I mean, I liked it. The art was great.
Yeah.
Looks great. The colors were really good. The characters are really cool looking. The art's pretty... I'd give it a B+. The paneling is pretty good. It's pretty creative. It's good. It's good artwork for sure. I'm not gonna give that a thumbs down. I want to like this comic, but I think it didn't really live up to what they were really trying to do. It seemed really rushed, almost like when you have a really good movie.
Yeah.
And there's a huge storyline. They just kind of rush it, all together into one, which you don't have to really do with comics unless this is going to be a short series. This would make... It's a good story. I would read it. I'm probably going to get the next one. I am. I'm going to get the next one to see if it really wows me. The two main characters, the two super cool activist guys, I could see them going somewhere. I think this should go into like a TV show. I think this should be a live action TV show.
But we're going to wait and see what happens with the next issue.
I'm going to wait and see what happens with the next issue. I think it's already out.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
1 thumb or 2 thumbs?
I'm going to give it a 1.5 thumbs.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it 1 thumb. There's something missing. There's some kind of magic missing. It seems a little bit uninspired.
Yeah.
But I want to like it. It's a cool story. It's very modern.
Yeah.
Viva la revolution, you know?
Yeah.
But, come on. Get your shit together. You got to put your comics together better. That's what I got to say about hacktivists.
All right. So, next up, time for the part of the show where we tag team a comic.
Yeah,
This week, we decided to double team Furious by Brian J. Glass.
Oh, yeah.
Drawn by Victor J. Santos. Letters by Nate Picos of Blambot. And it's published by Dark Horse Comics.
Yeah, it is.
So, I guess I'll tell you guys a little bit about what I thought about it, then Callan, you tell me what you think. Short summary, Furious is the story of a female superhero who is also a superstar of sorts. It's the story...
Does it say that in there? It's kind of alluded to, but it's kind of a mystery.
Well, it's right on the cover.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the cover. Like, they're contrasted. I'm pretty sure that if it isn't explicitly laid out, that's kind of...
Okay, I read it.
Yeah.
I read it.
Okay.
But I don't think I, really deeply read it because, it didn't really grab me by the balls.
No.
Anyway, you continue.
No. So basically, that's just it. And it touches on some interesting themes, just in the sense of, the conflict of this woman's personal life versus acting as this superhero. It also touches on some themes of sort of the isolation a lot of very famous people may experience. But I gotta agree with you. It was missing something.
I think a lot of times we get this this comic that really touches on a lot of like feministic topics. Mm-hmm. Not only just because it's a female lead, but she has.
It's a strong female lead.
It's a strong female lead. There's a lot of female things that are going on. She's got this big hate on for this other woman, and
I forgot about that.
And she's dealing with her isolation.
Yeah,
and it's very. It seems like, oh well, okay, maybe this. And that's cool. That's totally awesome. I think that's a subject that people don't really tackle a lot.
Yeah.
But it's written by a dude.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, but you're not really capturing what this woman would really be going through.
So, yeah, I know, and I agree with that. I think...
My God, these are good.
I don't know. I think that... Yeah, it's missing a certain amount of sort of the essence I think a female writer would have put into it, or the je ne sais quoi, or just how genuine it is. Yeah, the realness. Yeah. The realness. Thank you.
It's like a boxer trying to tell a story about
about flowers.
Flowers.
Yeah. It's like Mike Tyson talking about azaleas. You just don't want to hear that. And the other part about it too, the action is okay.
I'm gonna cut you off. It's pretty unique. I've never seen a style like this before. This guy is pretty unique in his style, but man, is it messy.
Yeah, it is. It's all over the place.
What's going on here, man? I had to look over this page 3 or 4 times to figure out what the hell was going on.
Yeah, and that's one thing that frustrates me is when you're reading a comic and you don't know, okay, should I go strictly left to right, or should I just go down one page and then to the next?
Yeah, what would Eisner do?
Yeah, I had a lot of those issues with this comic.
Yeah, am I going down this way, or are we now doing manga style?
Yeah, or I'm is this a fucking puzzle that I've got to put all sorts of ways? It's like a mind map. I don't know. It was. I want to give the author credit for trying something. I don't know. A for effort.
You tried, buddy.
You tried it. The artist is talented.
Yeah,
I enjoy his style.
He needs to lay off the crack.
You
or
think
the cocaine.
You think it's a little too hectic? It's a little cracked out?
Yeah, that guy needs to smoke some weed or something.
Yeah.
A for effort. It's not a bad comic.
I'm not going to buy the next one, though.
No.
No.
No, I have no interest.
No. It gets like a half a thumb.
It had potential.
It's a halfie.
It's a halfer.
It's a halfie. I don't really have much else to say about that. It didn't grab me. There wasn't anything exciting about it. I don't know. It didn't do it for me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the emotion wasn't there. There's a lot of emotion in here, and it's just this is not there. I think a good, strong female writer could. And I'm not trying to. Is this sexist?
It's a little sexist.
Is it?
But it might also be true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you on this
just
one.
Just like a good female writer could.
Or
have
a male writer more
better.
in touch with his feminine side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who that would be, but he's out there.
This guy could just start popping some estrogen pills, and
that's terrifying.
You got to get into that stuff. You know, if you want to be a true,
you're all about the method writing. If you're gonna write like a woman, you gotta have estrogen in your system. All right.
Anyway,
that's a halfie.
I'm just gonna give a shout out here. Actually, I'll give this shout out later because later.
Well, you started already.
No, we're gonna just wait on that one. A little bit of suspense.
Okay.
Cliffhanger. What?
Okay. Now for the part of the show that's quickly becoming my favorite. Shame on you. Shame. Shame on you. That's one word. Who am I shaming? And why am I shaming them? I am shaming Kiss.
I shame you for even contemplating buying that.
Just hear me out here. This had to be done. No, don't get me wrong. There are many people out there. I enjoy Kiss. They put on a good show. They're one of the original semi-metal acts out there. Very commercial.
They are not by no means.
Yeah, totally.
Original metal acts.
They're not an original metal act, but they were one of the first groups out.
They definitely took super bands to the next
level.
They
did take super bands. So anyways, this is Kiss's Dressed to Kill. It's published by IDW.
Of course, IDW published this.
So this is written by... Yeah, I know, right? This is written by Chris Rial, art by Jamal Igle, and colors by Romulo Fajardo Jr. Sorry if I fucked up your name, dude, but seriously. And letters by Sean Lee. Okay, so let's start with the good. The artwork is not bad. It's okay.
Can I look at this monstrosity for a second?
It's okay. It's okay. The artwork is okay. But the artwork does not in any way, shape, or form make up for just what an abomination of a comic this is. Gene Simmons, I think, has really taken commercialization and just slapping his brand over everything to a new horrible level that should not be in comics. When I pick up a Kiss comic, I want to hear about Kiss. I want to hear about them being on the road, partying, doing crazy things.
Real.
Rock.
I want to know.
Rocking out. Or ridiculous rock opera stuff where like you're doing something like changing the balance of the cosmos with your guitar solo or with your epic lyrics or just your insane pyrotechnics. Like I want something that's related to the band. But instead what I got is this cheesy piece of crap where Kiss is reborn in the 1930s, and they're...
Like the Depression?
Yeah, like the Depression. And they are reborn as the forces of some all-good force that I don't remember or care about, to fight some all-evil force that I even care less about.
Did the evil cause the Depression? Did it have anything
to
do...
The evil is bootleggers. See, this is the part that I have the biggest beef with. These guys are all about rocking and rolling all night and partying every day. And they want to take out the only sources of booze in 1930s Chicago. Now, answer me this, Callan. How am I supposed to rock and roll all night and party every day without any booze? Without any hooch?
Well, first you rock and roll all day and party all night.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
Either way, rock and roll and partying go hand in hand. They're one and the same.
Yeah, so first off, they're anti-party.
I'm impressed to hear that. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah,
Are they trying to be positive role models on today's society?
I don't know. I honestly think that somebody said, here's a big check, and they were like, sweet, we love big checks. Do what you want.
Because IDW had a big fat check to give them. I'm sorry, IDW.
But yeah, seriously, this is 2 weeks in a row we're shaming your comics.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Come on. What?
Like, if we want a comic to shame, we might as well just go to the IDW.
Yeah.
You guys got Ninja Turtles.
I don't even want to see what you've done to that. But, this is terrible. Dudes, invest in some talent, some original content. Yeah. Something. Do something. What you're doing right now is not cutting the mustard, and this is just more of the same crap. It's awful.
Yeah. What does IDW stand for? I don't win. I don't work.
Yeah.
I just kind of get stuff that's already made.
I dig weakness.
Anyway, Gene Simmons, stay out of our world, man.
Yeah, seriously.
You belong in rock and roll. What are you going to put out tampons next? Come on, son.
Yeah. Come on, son. Shame on you.
Ugh.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Shame on all of you.
All of you.
You're terrible. And now I believe Callan's going to take us into Classic Corner.
Yeah, it's my turn for Classic Corner. Mm-hmm.
Yay!
I was originally going to do Heavy Liquid, but I read it over last night and I realized that I just am not passionate about it. The comic.
Really?
Just not passionate about it.
You were really passionate about Heavy Liquid.
Was I back in the day?
Yeah, you enjoyed that. I remember, when I first came back.
It's not bad.
No, it's good. But just, anyways, what is taking the place of Heavy Liquid?
Something far more superior. Black Sad.
Ooh. Can you tell us about Black Sad?
This is what we in the comic world and in any profession call a masterpiece.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Black Sad is it's written by Juan Diaz Canela. I'm not Spanish, so illustrated by Juan, and it's Juanjo
Guinardo.
I shouldn't even do this because I'm just taking it all away.
We're Anglophones from Canada. We suck at this.
Lettering by Studio Cutie. I like that.
Nice.
I think more people should kind of have graffiti names.
Yeah.
Like Scotty Young or whatever. Anyway, let's get back on the track here. Names don't matter. What really matters is what's going to be left when you're dead and rotting in the ground, and the maggots are
that's
having
morbid.
At you.
That is really morbid. So, what?
Black Sad, man. You did Black Sad. First off, all the credit pretty much goes to the the credit goes to the writer and the illustrator. But the illustrator is it's breathtaking. This guy hand painted every panel in this thing. He's just perfected the art of visual storytelling.
It looks gorgeous.
I'm speechless at this comic. It's a detective comic following the character, Black Sad, who's he's like a black cat, and he's a detective, and it's 1930s, like what you would expect in a detective, like what you want in a detective story,
So almost like some film noir influences.
Yeah, like a lot of trench coats, smoking cigarettes, getting drunk at the bar, picking up back when like women were really classy and guys were really classy, and everyone was
when we actually bothered to dress up to go out into
you didn't go to Walmart in your
Sweatpants.
Your sweatpants, your jammies, you know, like you had class, you had respect for yourself, and this comic just like bleeds that genre, and anyway, all the characters are like animals, which is really cool. It adds a almost like a more like you can really get into the characters more because they're like characterized by different animals. You already know what characteristics belong to certain animals, so you know this character's a snake and that guy's a, you know, Blacksad's a sly cat, and you know you can just get into it. It tackles pretty much just all you know, sociological topics or you know, like social stuff, like what's that called?
Social studies?
Social studies.
So like different socioeconomic classes, race relations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It tackles everything. You got the KKK in there. You got, you know, Blacksad's, you know, he's a black cat. So
can I borrow this from you?
Oh, man. Yeah, this is probably the best comic I've like ever written. It's like detective comics. It's almost like cliche, but that's what you want in a detective story, like that super sly cliche, like smoke billowing from the ground, type of thing. And it's just written so immaculately, like you don't, because it's cliche and it's almost predictable. You still can't figure out who the bad guy is or like what the main story, where it's going. It's still a surprise, even though it's predictable and cliche, but in the sense that you want it. It's good. It's the best detective. Oh man, like it rules. Blacksad rules.
So while Callan's changing his shorts, because I think he got a little too Blacksad over here. Sorry, dude. We're going to move on to our next segment. And this is our final segment of the show. It's a new one. And this is who would win in a fight. Now, Callan has a surprise shout-out for this.
Oh, surprise shout-out. I bought this last time. I was going to review it, but I didn't because, you know, whatever. Judge Dredd, Mega City 2, City of Courts. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for this. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
So, I've been noticing on my Facebook Live feed that there's been a couple of internet debates on a topic that's really close to my heart. And that's who would win in a fight between Judge Dredd and RoboCop. Now, let's go over our contenders here for a second. A lot of similarities. Both pretty rigid guys that dispense some pretty hard-edged justice.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, basically, what we have is we have an unstoppable force in Judge Dredd. Can't stop, won't stop, ain't never gonna stop. Doesn't even know how to stop. Right.
No.
Versus an immovable object in RoboCop.
This is so true. This is pretty much the classic unstoppable force meets immovable object.
Yeah.
Both have super badass helmets.
Amazing helmets.
Both pretty much refuse to ever take them off.
Yep. Both of them have pretty scary sidearms.
Yeah.
And abilities to use them to just, like, ruthless efficiency.
I'm not gonna go out on a limb. I like RoboCop's gun better.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, I gotta disagree with you on this.
That shit was, like, part of his body.
Okay, that part's cool. That is totally cool that his gun is actually, like, right here.
Yeah. And I just gotta say, this isn't the new RoboCop that's coming. We haven't yet to see that movie. This is still, like, the old...
This is still old, like, 80s RoboCop.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, that I like more about Judge Dredd's weaponry. His gun has multiple different modes that he can switch. So he has seeker bullets, he has high explosive rounds. He can do a lot of different things with that.
Yeah. Judge Dredd is faster.
Judge Dredd is extremely faster. I think Judge Dredd also has more experience dealing with multiple different enemies. He's fought robots. He's fought mutants.
Yeah, like,
he's fought just, like, we've seen what he can do to your average street gang. Like, they're They're done.
RoboCop by no means has the experience that Judge Dredd has.
No.
Like, no.
No.
I mean, he fought that big robot, which, he was a formidable opponent.
Yeah, he was. He was terrifying.
But he couldn't walk downstairs.
No, he couldn't walk downstairs. Judge Dredd can... He can skip downstairs on his head if he wants.
Yeah, he's coming out. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm...
And the only thing is that I think that RoboCop, he could probably take more, like, physical damage than Dredd can.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Judge Dredd is still... He's still a meatbag, whereas RoboCop he's a robot. He's metal.
Judge Dredd, he gets gas, he gets heartburn like the rest of us.
Yeah, he does. That being said, though, in my opinion, and you know what, there's going to be a lot of people on the internet that disagree with me, I got to go with Judge Dredd. I think he will win. I think his experience fighting robots, his ability to use different types of ammunition, means that in the end, he would triumph over RoboCop.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Judge Dredd would destroy RoboCop.
You think?
I think RoboCop is by no means a formidable foe for Judge Dredd.
I think he lacks the critical thinking skills.
Yeah, he doesn't have the creativity that Judge Dredd's gonna, or the experience.
No.
Judge Dredd would fuck him up.
I think he'd fuck him up hard.
I think before we end the show, I'd like to leave our viewers with who would win between Judge Dredd and Marv.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think about that. You're thinking about it already.
Yeah, give us your thoughts. Give us your feedback.
Yeah, put that in your YouTube comments. Yeah. Marv from Frank Miller's
Sin City.
Sin City, of course.
Marv versus Judge Dredd. I like it.
No guns.
No guns. Fists.
Yeah.
All right. Until then, cheers.